All right, everybody. Hello, hello. Hello and welcome. How is everyone today? Oh, man. Hopefully I find you guys well, and hopefully you are ready for something different. Something new. Something fun, and something that undoubtedly will be special. Okay, first of all, I may sound different. The reason I may sound different is because today I'm set up at my PC, and for the foreseeable future, whenever I'm playing today's playthrough, which we are premiering today on stream, I will be at the PC. Okay. Basically, I got a lot of mixed feelings about this, and I'll tell you why in a moment. But yeah, I almost never play games on PC, and when I do, typically, it's not for extended periods of time. It's usually for oh, I'm doing a marathon, and I'm for like an hour or an hour and a half. I'm gonna play a game on PC, so it's really not that big of a deal. In this case, it's actually quite the opposite, where I will be doing a pretty lengthy playthrough on PC. So I don't know how this is going to go. I'm going to ask you guys for your patience. I'm going to ask you for patience because at this point, I'm not sure how this is going to go. We might have technical difficulties. Okay, we might have some issues with running the game. And it all depends. I actually heard a few things already. So, we shall see. We'll see how stuff goes, okay? So what are we doing today? Let's talk a little bit, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are starting up a playthrough that I've wanted to do for years, okay? In fact, I've actually said this for many, many years, that if I had a gaming bucket list of games that I absolutely would want to play and do a live playthrough for you guys on the internet before I ever quit doing this as a job, alright, this would be one of the games that I would want to do as part of that bucket list, alright? Because that's the bottom line, is I have certain games that I grew up with that are near and dear to my heart. And I've already had an opportunity to play some of them. In regards to games such as Final Fantasy 6/3, whatever you want to call it, as well as Chrono Trigger and Earthbound, I would say Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past for sure, Super Mario World, okay, those were all games that basically meant a lot to me. I grew up playing them, and they were games that basically it kind of really got me into console gaming when I was a younger kid and gave me the bug, right? The gaming bug. They made me a lifelong gamer because I loved those games so much that I realized this not only was a hobby, but this is something that I was going to want to do long term, whether it was just for fun or if I was ever going to be able to spin it into something else. And in particular, the game that we're beginning today, okay, on stream, is going to be a game that was the very first JRPG I ever played in my entire life. This was the first game that actually exposed me to that entire genre, okay? And basically got me hooked. Up to this point, I didn't even know these games had existed. So, to be able to play this game with you guys, alright, and share this with you as an ongoing playthrough is going to be something special to me. Seriously, like, I've anticipated playing this game for quite a long time, and I feel like now is the time to do it for multiple reasons. Number one, because we got some downtime. It's the end of December, the holiday season, and between now and late January, there's not much going on in the realm of new release games whatsoever. In fact, in reality, there's nothing at all. Like, there's really nothing coming out until Resident Evil 2's remake, as well as Kingdom Hearts 3 next month. So for me, right now, this is an opportunity where I can play, squeeze in a game that maybe I've always wanted to play, right? Because the thing is, I've owned versions of this game for years and never had a real opportunity to do a playthrough of it until now, okay? So that's number one. Number two, okay, right now, I really feel I'm at a high point, and what I mean by that is with my streaming, I'm able to pretty much play whatever kind of game I like to play. And you guys will tune in. It doesn't matter if it's an action-based combat shooter like Black Ops 4. It doesn't matter if it's an open world exploration game like Assassin's Creed. It doesn't matter if it's a chill game like Minecraft. It doesn't matter if it's a slow turn-based RPG like Dragon Quest XI. Okay? You guys have been turning out for pretty much anything that I've been playing and have been incredibly supportive. Now, I'm not saying that the stream attendance has been amazing for every single game, but what I'm noticing now is because I've become a full-time interactive live streamer rather than focusing on just playthroughs for YouTube, basically the attitude of my viewing audience has completely changed. It's now allowing me to do things that normally I wouldn't. It's allowing me to play games that I basically previously would have played and would have been a huge flop. You know, previously I would have said, we're going to do a long JRPG playthrough, and everyone would have groaned and moaned, and all the viewership on YouTube would have been way down, and I would have been in financial trouble because of it, okay? Now, I'm able to play the games that I love, and you guys still come out and hang out with me, all right? Even if not all of you, because I know some of you don't like JRPGs, right? But people come out, they're supportive, they make the streams supportive, you know, they come out and contribute, and, you know, in general, even though viewership isn't amazing, it's still enough to keep me going. And this is the complete polar opposite of when I used to be reliant 100% on a YouTube audience. You know, I hate to say it, but YouTube is fickle. Okay? They are. YouTube viewing audience has always been very fickle. If I wasn't playing the biggest and hottest new release, YouTube would basically say, oh, well, how dare Phil play an old retro game or play a game from his past that he likes or do this or that. We just want to see Phil play the new stuff. Or the flip side of that would be, why isn't Phil playing a game, for example, like, you know, Street Fighter or something, where he plays and he rages online. We want his rage, because we want to see him fail at the game and rage and rage. It's a very fickle audience, and I hate to say it, but over the years, the YouTube audience has become more and more toxic to the point where they just don't want to enjoy the stuff I'm doing. They want to laugh at it. You see what I mean? They're not there to enjoy a game with me or have a fun interactive experience. They're there to be toxic. And I hate to say that, but it's just true that YouTube became a toxic environment where if it wasn't something that was something that could be spun into something dramatic or toxic, they didn't like it. All right? But like I told you guys, this year in particular, I've noticed that when I do stuff, for example, that would really spurned me to play Final Fantasy IV, and be very honest with all of you. What really gave me the final push to do this was Dragon Quest XI. This was a game that came out in early September, and over the course of 3 months, okay, 3 months, I played Dragon Quest XI, a 100% full playthrough of all the meaningful content in that game, by the way. And the playthrough ended up being, at the end, around 80 hours. And it was amazing, and it was one of the most fun gaming experiences I've had in the past few years. You guys were there for every step of the way for the playthrough. You were supportive every step of the way. And basically, it made me feel really special, because it made me feel like you guys care about what I do. And it's not necessarily just because I'm playing a new release or I'm playing a game that I'm going to rage at, but that there actually are people out there who care about the content I put out and feel that it has meaning. And it kind of reinvigorated me to say, I want to play more games that I like versus I want to play more games that are just going to get views. You see what I mean? And that's why I'm doing this playthrough, okay? So what am I doing? This is Final Fantasy IV, all right? This is the very first Final Fantasy that took Final Fantasy out of kind of the 8-bit NES games and put them into a 16-bit level, all right? It was actually on the Super Famicom or Super NES. It has, in my opinion, one of the best plot lines of any role-playing game ever made. It's one of my favorite, you know, plots with twists and turns. Okay, it really is entertaining and a great game, and I'm really excited for it. Okay, so hopefully you guys will enjoy it as much as I did when I was growing up. Okay, now a few things that I want to say up front. We are not playing the best version of the game. In fact, it's very hard to even hammer down what is the best version of Final Fantasy IV to play for modern audiences, and here's why. The game's been ported a million times. I mean, this game was ported to, let's see, PlayStation 1, the Game Boy Advance, the PSP, I think it was on PS Vita at one point, the Nintendo 3DS, iOS, and PC. Okay? So, that's a ridiculous amount of ports for an old school RPG. And the bottom line is, I looked into it, there really is no ideal version of the game. All of them have flaws, okay? And so what we're doing is basically we're playing the most accessible version possible, which is for Steam. Sadly, it's not perfect. I can already tell you there's flaws. Like, last night, as I was setting this up for the stream today, I played for about, I don't know, I'd say about 30, 40 minutes just to go through the intro segment to see how the game would perform. And the good news is, the game does have fully voiced cutscenes for the critical plot moments, which is awesome because the original game, obviously, being on Super Famicom or, you know, Super NES, obviously, didn't have voice acting in it, right? The game also has 3D graphics. Now, it's hit or miss. I like that the game has 3D graphics, however, it's basically the 3DS, then ported to iOS, then ported to PC. So what you're going to see is, as it's in HD, it doesn't look great. It just doesn't. It looks like you're playing like a Nintendo 64 game almost. And there's not much you could do about that. You know, the game wasn't designed for 3D graphics. It was designed, the 3D graphics are designed for a handheld with a tiny screen, not for 1080p. You know what I mean? So the bottom line is, the graphics to me don't really matter. I would have played this game with the 16-bit pixel graphics, if need be, and I would have been okay with that. So I hope you guys are okay with the graphics not being great, okay? The one thing that's really going to annoy everyone, because it already annoys me, so I'm just forewarning you, I'm on the same page as you. The combat is shitty, like low frame rate. Now, the good news is that Final Fantasy IV is turn-based. It is not an action-based combat system. It's turn-based just like what do you call it? Dragon Quest XI. So, in that regard, even though the frame rate isn't going to be great during combat, it shouldn't deter combat because the combat's slow-paced and turn-based. All right? But I am disappointed in that. Like, I just bought the game. It was on sale during, like, a Black Friday deal. So I ended up getting it for, like, what do you call it? Like, it's $7 or something like that. It was cheap, okay? But at the same time, it's annoying that the combat will be a big part of the game, and the frame rate dips every single time combat starts. Now, apparently, someone in the stream chat was just telling me there's a fix for it, but it involves going into the game files and fucking around with it. Obviously, I didn't do any of that at this point. Okay? So, we're just going to roll with it. And I apologize that during combat, the frame rate will dip. There's not much can be done. At least the sound is good. The voice acting is good. The cutscenes will be great. The overworld exploration and dungeon exploration is fine. And when it goes into combat, it chops up a bit, okay? Sad to say, but it is what it is. It's not unplayable, but it is noticeable and annoying. And I'm on the same page as you. I hate it. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess. Okay? So, yeah. So I'm starting today. This will be a playthrough that I'll be playing, you know, pretty consistently. Will it always be like a main gameplay stream? Probably not. What I'm going to do is play it today and tomorrow as my main gameplay stream. Okay? And then, we'll see how it does. You know, how does it do today and tomorrow? Do you guys like the game? Are you digging the fact that this is a retro game that it's from my childhood and I'm able to add things like my own feelings and insider info and stuff about the game during the playthrough? Or does this end up being boring and you guys don't like it, right? If it ends up being okay, this just ends up being a playthrough that is for a very, very niche audience, okay. Then what we'll do is maybe this will end up being one of those playthroughs that I play on and off and ends up being like a nighttime chill stream rather than a main focus or anything like that. And I'm okay with that. All right, I am. But I'm a little disappointed that obviously the frame rate is annoying in combat, and I hope that this doesn't deter people from watching the playthrough or anything like that. At the same time, I certainly hope that those who were here for the 3 months for my Dragon Quest XI playthrough are going to join me for this one, because this one really is something special to me. This is one that, just like I said, with my Final Fantasy VI, my Chrono Trigger, my Earthbound, my Legend of Zelda Link to the Past, and my Super Mario World playthroughs, this is one of the bucket list games I've always wanted to freaking play. And now that I finally get to do it, I'm pretty excited. All right. And by the way, yes, Bionichu just said it. This game is much shorter than Dragon Quest XI. From what I remember, to do a full mainstream playthrough of it, meaning you just basically do all of the base content, takes about maybe 16 hours. If you actually do side content, like there are a few optional side dungeons and side caves and the like, it could take upwards of 20, 24 hours. Now, I don't know if this version has even more content, okay? I don't know, because I never played the PC version. I don't know what they've included and what they haven't included. So I don't know if there's extra post-game content to do or not. I guess we're going to find out together as we play the game, okay? So, we'll see how this goes, all right? I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited, all right? Now, tonight, I'll be going back to Assassin's Creed Odyssey for my late-night chill stream. It'll be around 2 to 3 hours, depending on how I feel and how things go. What I'm doing in that is doing some quest lines to try to level up, because we still have the final super boss in the game left who I have not fought yet, and I need to level up significantly in order to be able to face it. So, we're doing that tonight. It'll be more of a chill stream. It won't be super focused on story, because guess what? I already beat the main story of the game, okay? Then tomorrow, I'll be doing more of this. So 2 main streams of Final Fantasy IV, one today and one tomorrow, okay? And then tomorrow night, Tuesday night, I'm returning to Minecraft for another chill stream. You guys really have been liking the Minecraft streams recently, so it makes no sense to not continue on with some Minecraft, and we'll do that tomorrow night. Then on Wednesday, it's going to be a multiplayer day. During the daytime on Wednesday, I'm going to be doing Smash Brothers Ultimate, and actually, Venomous Fat Man has expressed interest in doing some duos. So he and I might team up for an hour or two, just, you know, doing different characters in duos and pairing up against people online to see how we do. And then after that, maybe I'll just do some random multiplayer. So it'll be kind of the last hurrah major multiplayer session of Smash Brothers on Wednesday. I'm not saying I'm not playing it again. I'm saying it probably won't be a major main focus anymore. Now that the game's a week and a half old, I've played the shit out of it. I'll still keep playing it, but I'm not going to be doing it every single day or anything like that, okay? Sound good? And then Wednesday night, I'll be returning to Blackout. That's right, Black Ops 4 Blackout mode, okay? That should be good. Last time I played it last week, not only was it a really fun session, I had 3 top 3 finishes, and I got my 2nd win ever. So, somehow, I'm actually good at it. Don't ask me how, but somehow I'm actually good at Blackout. I do well when I play it, and looking forward to more of that Wednesday night. Okay? Alright, so, Thursday, I'm off. Finally, after 9 straight days of streaming, I'll be off on Thursday. I'll be back on Friday for a combination of fun. First of all, Friday's going to be the final DLC for Spider-Man called Silver Lining. Alright, and then Friday night will be more chill Minecraft. Saturday is going to be my Wrestling Fantasy Sims. I've actually started work on this, but I do this once a year where I do a day of holiday-themed fantasy simulation matches where all kinds of crazy fantasy characters will be duking it out in 2 different wrestling games this year. Fire Pro Wrestling World, as well as WWE 2K19. Okay? So that's going to be Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. I do it once a year. People like it, and it should be a good day. That's my first of 3 holiday events. Then on Sunday, I'll actually be doing my holiday gaming marathon, where I'll be dressed up in holiday attire. I'll be drinking all day, and I'll be playing the following games: Street Fighter V, H1Z1, God Hand, Home Alone 2 Lost in New York for the Genesis, and Deltarune. So I'll be playing those 5 various games over the course of Sunday for a festive holiday marathon. If we have time, maybe I'll do some other stuff. If people want to see me do like Smash or some Black Ops or some crazy shit, we'll do stuff like that too if people really want to see it, depending on how the day goes. Okay? And then on Monday, Christmas Eve, I'll be doing a Christmas Eve podcast. And it's going to be a very fun podcast for various reasons. Number one, I'm going to be recapping the entire year and let you guys know what I really thought about 2018 as a gaming year, but also as a year for me personally, and also as a year for the business and the streaming and everything. We're going to talk about holidays. We're going to talk about what Kat and I have been doing to celebrate the holidays. We'll talk about all of your holiday traditions. Hopefully there'll be a lot of interaction on the stream. And then I'll be doing a preview of 2018, where I'm going to be going through the gaming calendar for 2018 and previewing, 2019, and previewing all the games coming out next year that I'm interested in playing. So that's going to be a very fun Christmas Eve podcast. So 3 upcoming holiday events this weekend that I hope you guys will tune into. And then on Christmas Day, I'll be off, but then I'll be back after that with some multiplayer fun. And then after that, we'll be doing ongoing playthroughs balanced with my worst games / most disappointing games of the year countdown, as well as my game of the year awards. But we'll talk more about that when we get closer to it. Okay? So there you go. Okay. So there's the schedule, my friends. So very quickly, let's talk about a few quick things before I get to shout-outs, and then we're going to get started with Final Fantasy IV. All right? So first off, obviously, guys, you've noticed subs are at an all-time high. Yesterday, we hit 1,426 subscribers. That's the most I've ever had on the channel. That is mostly due to a person named Emerald 7, and they've been coming in gifting subs every single day. I don't know if they will continue to do that or not. But I'm certainly very grateful for their support. Right now, they've already given me a great head start on the funds I'm trying to raise for my taxes next year. So much appreciated to Emerald 7. If you guys have come in today, you're like, what the hell? Why do I have a sub? That's probably why. You were probably gifted a sub from someone. Okay? There's 2 new emotes that have been added recently. There's the Santa emote as well as the DSP Sonic emote. So feel free to use them if you are a sub. And if you're not aware, I have 6 new emote slots unlocked because of the amount of subs that we now have. That's right, 6. So, if anyone, has, now I'm confused. Hold on, I distracted myself here. Son of a bitch. All right, anyway, I was talking about subs. I was talking about being gifted subs. Oh, that's right. If anyone has any ideas for emotes, or if anyone wants to design emotes for these 6 new emote slots, okay, you know, please consider contacting me and or designing something, because I am, you know, open. I'm definitely open to having, you know, emotes, new emotes on the chat. We have the space. I don't have the talent to design them myself. You know what I mean? Yeah, so go right ahead. Oh, hold on a second. Someone actually made me some thumbnails for the Final Fantasy IV playthrough. How nice. Very nice of them. Cool. Okay. So continuing on, thanks to Emerald 7 for all the gifted subs. I hope you all enjoy them. Obviously, if you see him, thank him or her. We don't know. We don't know the gender of the person. I shouldn't say that. No guarantee that this person will ever be back, but the help that they've already given us, it's, you know, massively appreciated. I'm sure you guys are enjoying the subs, and for me, it's going to help me out tremendously. So thank you very much to that person, okay? Now, if you're here live on the stream today, guys, and you want to contribute, there are many ways that you can contribute and help me out. You can pledge to my Patreon over at patreon.com/darksidephil. By pledging $5 or more to my Patreon this month, you'll be able to nominate your favorite moments from my 10-year legacy as a content creator. It could be a playthrough, it could be a vlog, it could be a game review, and anything you nominate will allow me to review that and do the, talk about that and watch it back with you guys next month during the retrospective event. That's going to happen in late January. It's going to be a second retrospective event where for a stream I just watch a lot of my older content based on these nominations, and I react to it, and then I also give kind of behind-the-scenes commentary and stuff. It was a really hit event when I did it in September. People wanted me to do it again, so I'm finally going to have an opportunity to do so in January, all right? So please check out my Patreon. There's many other things you can get, perks and stuff for pledging. Patreon.com/darksidephil. Appreciate anyone who checks that out. I also have a merchandise shop. The merchandise shop is at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming. All right, and anything you buy from that shop helps me out. In fact, today I'm wearing one of the shirts. The camera is way off. It must have been moved. Hello, everyone. So here we are. I've actually changed the webcam positioning here for the Final Fantasy IV playthrough. It looks totally different, right? I wanted to do this because if I had it in the other position, basically the window would be far too bright and it would look really bad. So in doing it this way, obviously the webcam, now you get me a little bit better. I wish I could even move it further, but I can't. The cord's too short. So this is the best I can do for the Final Fantasy IV playthrough, is to put the camera over here, and I hope that this looks better than it was before, okay? But anyway, today I'm wearing one of my shirts from Teespring. You see, this is the graffiti design, all right? I love the shirts from Teespring. They're high-quality stuff, and I attest to them because I've owned some of them for almost 2 years now, and they haven't worn out or anything. So give them a look, okay? All right. If you're here live on the stream, all right, and you would like to contribute today, you can either cheer with bits, subscribe to the channel, or you can tip me. All of those methods are greatly appreciated, and if you do, I'll give you a shout out during today's stream. It is a turn-based RPG, so it shouldn't be too hard to give you credit for your contributions, okay? It is going to be a more chill stream, meaning there will be lots of opportunity for interaction during today's stream. These RPGs give a lot of opportunity for that. It's not a very action-based game. All right. If you would like to get a shout out, I do ask that you abide by the stream rules. We have stream rules for 2 reasons. Number 1, to abide by Twitch's terms of service. And number 2, to make sure that everyone has a safe and fun and chill experience. Please don't insult anyone. Not myself, not others, not other content creators or stream chatters, nobody. Don't bring in negative information about, oh, this guy hated on you, Phil, and this guy shat on you, and this guy talks shit, and this guy... No one cares about that crap. We're not here for that. This is a fun, chill gameplay stream, not a drama fest, which is what some people like to turn their streams into. I don't, okay? Please, no derailing topics. And that means politics and religion and things that people typically end up arguing over usually are not allowed on my stream, although we don't outright ban them. We don't like the conversation to turn in that direction only because people tend to disagree and then get into arguments about it. So please, let's keep that to a minimum. In general, the purpose of my streams is to, number 1, have fun. Number 2, react to my reactions, right, to a video game. And basically just have a chill and fun time. When you come to my streams, you want to escape from all the drama and all the nonsense of the real world and all of that crap, right? You just want to stay away from it. You don't want to be involved with all that crap. That's why you're here, right? So let's keep that out of here and let's just have a fun, chill time together, okay, everyone? Now, if you would like to see a fun thank you animation play on today's stream, you can. If you either cheer 100 bits or more in a single cheer, if you tip me $5 or more in a single tip, or if you subscribe to the channel and then click on the share button after you do, you'll see a fun thank you animation play on the stream. It's a cool way to get recognition for your contributions, and also for either cheering or tipping, you're going to get holiday-themed animations. And those are going to be running all throughout the rest of the month. So, pretty neat, right? Also, as you guys can see, we have a stream stats leaderboard at the bottom of your screen. And you might say, gee, Phil, why is it at the bottom of the screen today? It's because for this game, I had it at the top, and it kind of interferes with a lot of the text during combat. So I figured I'd just put it at the bottom of the screen for this playthrough. If you are the top cheerer or top tipper of the day, I will give you credit right there on that leaderboard. Okay, so even more recognition for you. Also, you guys may have noticed at the top of your screens there that the cheering leaderboard has reset. Today is Monday, and every Monday it resets. So today is a great opportunity if you want to get up there and get recognition for being one of the top cheerers. Today is the day to do it, since it's basically back to 0, and a few people have already cheered to get up there, so now's a great opportunity, okay? All right, last but not least, if you guys are interested in tipping me, okay? Tipping me is a way to contribute that's completely separate from, you know, cheering or subbing, which are both integrated through Twitch and through Amazon.com, okay? If you want to do something completely separate from all of that, you can. If you want to tip me, there's 2 different ways. Below the stream, there's a button that says Tips Jar that you can click on, or if you don't see that, you can type !tip into the stream chat. That will bring up a link that you can click, and that link will allow you to tip via my PayPal page. All right. Tips are greatly appreciated. I actually get tips immediately. They go right to my bank account and allow me to pay bills and do other things like that. So much appreciated to anyone who does tip me today. It helps out tremendously. And thank you for any contributions that you may give during the stream. It is much appreciated. Okay, everybody? It's now time for shout-outs. So let's get to it. First of all, overnight, we had a couple contributions from Golden Colts. 100-bit cheer and then 125-bit cheer. So it is much appreciated. Golden Colts, thank you very much. Then, as the stream started, we started off with a tip that looks like it's a troll tip, but I'm going to entertain it anyway. We start off with DSP the Sauce Walker. Okay. And the tip is a $2 tip. And the person says, did you hear the sad news about your old partner, super best friend, splitting up? How do you feel about this situation? They also had a very strong 10-year legacy like yourself. Well, first of all, I have no association with them. And by the way, they were called Super Best Friends Play, not Super Best Friends. And I have no association with them whatsoever. Over the years, people have actually made jokes saying that basically when their stuff and my stuff when I did co-op with John Rambo back in the day was very, very similar. And people liked both of it, right? But then I moved and that was the end of the co-op. And so, people still to this day kind of made comparisons. It's always sad to see longtime content creators have to go away for various reasons. The bottom line is I've never watched a single video of theirs. I know nothing about them. And even though the only things I've ever been told about them is that they talk shit about me. They would basically say that I'm a train wreck of a content creator and har har har. Basically make fun of me just like everyone else on the internet who's ignorant and doesn't actually watch my stuff. People who just watch fail montages and shit. They just make fun of me instead of actually doing 5 seconds of research to find out who I am as a streamer or a content creator. So all I can say is par for the course. They were ignorant, I guess. And all they ever did was talk shit about me, supposedly. But for me, I'm not going to have sour grapes. In fact, it is the holiday season. So I said this on pre-stream yesterday, and I'll say it again because obviously this person wasn't paying attention. I wish them the best. They're known for doing co-op commentary. Now they're all splitting up to do their own separate projects. Hopefully they're successful because that would really suck that for whatever reason they had to break up. And then they go away. Obviously, they have a huge dedicated fan base who still wants to see them do stuff. So hopefully they're successful in their future endeavors. Okay? Okay. Fair enough. All right, moving on. Tannamounter did a 100-bit cheer, and he says, I really like your older JRPG playthroughs. Well, I'm happy to hear that, Tannamounter. And I hope that you enjoy Final Fantasy IV then, because like I said, this one is very near and dear to my heart. One of the classics, right? That douche kid cheered and he says, I'm interested in possibly buying one of your Dark Side Phil football jerseys. Well, that's too bad because they're not for sale. They're my football jerseys that I'll be wearing from time to time in my videos. They're not for sale. Evil Pastry subscribed for the 4th month in a row. Thank you very much, Evil Pastry, for the ongoing support. Jack Spartacus gifted a tier 1 sub to Black Mage C-Type. So congratulations to Black Mage C-Type for receiving the gifted sub. And thank you, Jack Spartacus, for the support. 2-Bar King did a 150-bit cheer, and that actually makes 2-Bar King the current top cheerer for the day. So let's go ahead and get him up on the leaderboard. Very nice. Okay, continuing on. Jack Spartacus tipped me $4. Thank you very much, Jack Spartacus, for the $4 tip. That is appreciated. Excuse me. Ooh. And Rob Warren tipped me $20 and says, sings Final Fantasy Victory Jingle. Excited for this. I am too. Like I said, again, this is the game that, number 1, exposed me to Final Fantasy. Number 2, exposed me to turn-based RPGs. This is the game that made me an RPG gamer. You know what I mean? So even if the modern audiences don't get it or think it's old or outdated, this is the game that I love. That I'm going to absolutely love every moment of playing this game. So, pretty sweet to finally be sharing that with you guys. Let's see. The Pone Cake cheers. Are you going to record gift opening for Christmas with you and Kat? No. Android X cheers. Says, Phil, I saw the statue guy was a troll after all. He wanted to make you hope for a donation and then pull it from you. But the joke's on him. Because this guy, Emerald 7, has given you almost as much as this guy was promising. Now maybe he'll give you the full amount. Because good karma and you deserve it. Well, I know nothing about Emerald 7, and I'm certainly asking for nothing, all right? I'm grateful for any contribution that I get, all right? And I'm very happy that obviously this person, whoever they are, has been very generous to myself and the viewers, right? Gifting the subs. It not only benefits me, it benefits the viewers as well. Yeah, it's messed up that people have been screwing with me behind the scenes for the past 2 weeks to the point where I'm done with it. Like I actually announced a couple nights ago, I'm done with it. I'm not going to entertain anything. If any of you guys actually want to help with my situation, you want to see me continue to be a content creator, you want to see me keep my house in 2019 and not have to sell it, then, your contributions, please make them through the proper channels. And what I mean by that is, it needs to be either through cheering, subbing, or tipping on streams, or it needs to be through Patreon or Teespring. That's it. Those are the only methods that I'm accepting contributions, period. I'm not going to entertain anything else because there's no point in entertaining anything else because there's no way that I can take it seriously, okay? So if you are seriously considering contributing, it has to be through one of the official channels. Please consider it, and, it helps me out, and I hope I can keep my house next year. That would be really nice. Okay, continuing on. Hardy Buck Cheered, he says, have you ever played the old school game WWE Crush Hour? Every wrestler had their own car. Nope, I did not have it. I knew about it. I had seen stuff about it, and I knew it was kind of a ripoff of Twisted Metal, but I never played it myself. Okay. Insomniatic Meat did a 100-bit cheer and said, excited for Final Fantasy IV. I've never played it. Well, let me put it this way. The gameplay is turn-based, slow-paced, and it's going to have a low frame rate. But the story is quite good. The characters are great. The music is really good. The story is good. So if you're in for a great narrative experience, you're in for a good ride here. It's going to be a great time, okay? All right. Actually, guys, one thing I should mention, because I noticed a lot of people are not doing it, okay? Let me put it this way. If you're going to cheer, please include the hashtag charity in your cheer. If you're not aware, oh, by the way, I didn't update the schedule, guys, so no reason to use the schedule today until I update it later. I didn't update it. But anyway, the schedule command, I mean, it's not updated. Yes, if you're going to cheer today with bits, please use the hashtag charity in your cheer, because currently Twitch is doing a campaign where if you include hashtag charity, they will donate to charity for free. The streamer still gets the bits, but they will go out of their way to donate to charity. They've already raised over $166,000. Okay? So, please use hashtag charity if you're going to cheer. All right, Princess Tweety cheers. I can't believe you're playing H1Z1 soon. Thanks so much, Phil. You rock. Thank you very much, Princess Tweety, for the tweet. Hardy Buck cheers. And thoughts on Crash Team Racing Remake? I never played it. I never played Crash Team Racing, so I have no idea if it's any good. And I am looking forward to trying it out, because I've heard it has online play, so I probably will try it out. Fluttershy cheered. He said, all hail Asuka. And I'm not going to spoil the rest, because it is a spoiler if you didn't see last night's wrestling pay-per-view, but thank you for the cheer. Hardy Buck cheered. He said, have you ever felt guilty, Phil? Yes, I have. Big Rotes did a 50-bit cheer and says, Oxford Dictionary's word of the year is toxic. Do you feel from your own views and your experience with trolling the society today can be described as toxic? Yes. Sadly, society in this modern era is more interested in seeing people fail, in hurting people, and in bringing people down than in celebrating positivity. That's not good. That's really messed up. And it sucks because, in regards to, myself, my content, like I know, this year has been an incredibly positive year. If you look overall at the body of work I've put out and the games we've played and the fun times we've had, this has been an incredibly great year. But go ask a certain group of people, it's been nothing but drama and terrible shit. That really, in reality, was like 1% of the stuff that I did this year. And by the way, most of it was created by them, not by me. You see what I mean? But that's the definition of toxic. Someone who wants to turn something into poison, into something that slowly degrades or degenerates you, that makes you feel bad over time because you don't. Basically, it's a negativity that makes you not want to be around anymore, right? And the good news is this year, the overwhelming feedback I've gotten was a lot of that old school toxicity is leaving my streams. People are having fun on the streams. People feel happy to be on the streams. The flip side of that, okay, is YouTube's the opposite. YouTube has become increasingly more and more and more toxic to the point where most of the content over there is toxic shit. Like, and that's why I don't want to be a part of it anymore. That's why I'd rather be a live streamer and upload videos to YouTube as an archive rather than worry about YouTube's nonsense. I just really am done with that business. I am. So, anyway, thanks to those this year who were not toxic. Okay, thanks to those who made it a fun year and are looking forward to a special playthrough like this one. Okay? Alright, shout out to Atlas Telemon, who did 100-bit cheer. He said, did you see the Google CEO Congress hearing? No. I know nothing about it. I heard nothing about it, and I saw nothing about it, so I can't really comment on that. Okay? Or comment on that is what I meant to say. Excuse me. Okay. Princess Tweety has just resubbed for the 4th month in a row. Thank you, Princess Tweety, for the sub. I appreciate that. The Pone Cake cheered again. It says, why was the chat cleared? I have no idea. I'm reading your shout-outs and stuff, okay? Otter Side Phil did 100-bit cheer and says, can one of your future emotes be an otter? I love otters. I think it would be a cool emote to have. I don't necessarily know that an otter has anything to do with myself or my content. So being quite honest with you, probably not. Unless there was some reason. Unless there was some reason. For an otter to be part, like if there was a game with an otter in it or whatever. I'm not just going to put that in as an emote out of nowhere. So. Poopster cheered. Says, Phil, incredibly excited for this playthrough. If it's anything like Dragon Quest XI, it'll be amazing. Yeah. One major thing, even though the graphics won't be great, alright, I actually feel the story is really great, and the music. I love the music of Final Fantasy IV. A lot of people thought that the music of Dragon Quest XI was one of its weakest points. The music of this game is outstanding, in my opinion. Catchy tunes, and, the boss fight tunes are really good in this game. So I hope that you guys enjoy it as much as I did the first time I ever played it. Alright, Try Hard for Life. Cheers. What? Since when is the minimum cheer 50 bits? For weeks, dude. Like, no lie, it's probably been about 3 weeks. But he says, looking forward to your JRPG streams. You're also very entertaining to watch when you play those. Less rage and saltiness. Yeah, I really doubt that there'll be any rage or saltiness during this playthrough. Even though there are a few parts of this game that are very tough. I'm expecting it. And I actually am expecting a few cheap fails. Because that does happen in this game. But we'll see. And then Try Hard for Life also said, happy holidays, everyone. So happy holidays to everybody. Android X cheered. Said, Final Fantasy IV is also from my youth. It's quite exciting to see it in a playthrough. Lots of nostalgia. Do you know if Kat will be on the holiday stream? No. We don't know. Don't know. And honestly, we haven't even talked about it. She's getting her schedule for next week soon. And then we'll know exactly when she's working and everything. But that's totally up to her. I have no idea. Okay? It looks like Evil Pastry gifted 5 subscriptions. So congratulations to Otterside Phil, UK Hadouken, Kevin Wynn, Kate Quirr 456, and Approximate 1, who all gifted tier 1 subscriptions. Congrats. Cypher Loves Pizza cheered and said, excited for Final Fantasy. I would rather not use a charity hashtag because I want the contribution to go directly to you. No, Cypher Loves Pizza, it does. Let's try this again. I think people are misunderstanding. Ladies and gentlemen, if you cheer with the hashtag charity in your cheer, the streamer still gets all the bits. Okay? The streamer gets 100% of the bits you cheer. However, by including that hashtag charity in your cheer, Twitch will then do a free donation outside of everything else to charity. So if you're going to cheer, please include hashtag charity because it will do a free donation to charity during this holiday season. All right? I still get all the bits, but there's also, a donation involved as well. Okay? All right. Hardy Buck cheered. He said, will you ever make an apology? I have made many apologies in my life. I don't know what the hell you're getting at. Alice Telemon cheered. He says, new Street Fighter V character revealed. Looks forward to seeing you play with them. I'm probably not because I'm not spending any money on Street Fighter V. I refuse. So unless someone donates the character to me, you will not be seeing me play any new characters in Street Fighter V. Just being honest, the game doesn't deserve any money from me. Okay? And Dude Frozen has resubbed for the 5th month in a row and says, Merry Christmas, Phil. Merry Christmas to you, Dude Frozen. All right. Let's see here. I want to see if sub count has remained the same or go up and down. It actually went up. Wow. Sub count has gone up. We're now up to 1,389 subs. FYI, excuse me, guys. The most I've ever had was 1,426 subs. That was yesterday. And then we dipped a bunch overnight. But, yeah. We're pretty much at an all-time high here. Okay? Pretty cool, right? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the pre-stream. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to say thank you. And, that douche kid, please stop doing the schedule command, which I just said 3 times not to do. You're doing it again, even though you already know that that the schedule command is outdated. All right, so that is it for the pre-stream. Let's end the pre-stream, and we're going to get started here with Final Fantasy IV. I hope you guys are excited. I am. I am pretty excited for Final Fantasy IV. If you can't tell, I've only said it 500 times. Thanks to everyone for your contributions. Thanks to 2Bar King for the top cheer. Thank you to Rob Warren for the top tip of the day. And I think it's finally time. What do you guys think? All right. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Let's do this. End the pre-stream and get started. Final Fantasy IV finally begins.